All right, it's great to see everybody. Obviously, very exciting couple of days here for us as we continue to build our team and get ready for next year. And we are very excited about the addition of TJ. And you know, when the opportunity came up last night in the draft, he's somebody that we targeted, somebody that we definitely knew would be a great fit here in our organization. And we're thrilled to have him and his mom and dad here today to celebrate just a tremendous achievement, but also a beginning into the next phase of what's going to be a great career. So very excited, you know, when we go back through our draft work and study and have an opportunity to have a player like this come from a program, Iowa, with coaches that we know so well, Coach Ferentz and his staff, and the amazing job that they do to prepare those players to come out and, you know, be able to execute at the highest level in the NFL. It was really just a perfect match when it came up on the draft board. And as you sit and wait in the room and you look at the draft picks and the names that come off, and, you know, you have target guys that you're looking at, and as TJ was there, certainly we were getting excited, but didn't want to get too excited. And you know, after the picks came in and we were up, and we just basically had to wait because we had the card ready to go right away. So, you know, it was really just a tremendous day for us, the organization, everything we're trying to do moving forward. Hardworking, great guy, high character, you know, really overachieves at everything he does, which is, you know, great. And we're really excited about it. So TJ, come on up. Congratulations. And we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, you know, I want to thank so many people. You know, my family, you know, have gotten me to this point in the University of Iowa, and you know, it doesn't just take one person to get to this point that I'm at in my life. It takes many people, and I also want to thank this organization. You know, there's so many people that you know have to just give me the opportunity to be here and to be able to play this great game for a living. It's super exciting, and you know, I'm looking forward to diving into the playbook and working hard and, you know, helping this team in whatever way I can. So,
Coach Patricia talked about, you know, the program you're coming from, Iowa. Just having played in that scheme and for Coach Ferentz and how much you played in line, how much do you think that prepared you for kind of this next step, this next level?
I mean, the University of Iowa prepared me tremendously for this next step. You know, not only as a player but as a person. You know, Coach Ferentz, you know, and Coach Doyle being there 20 years, that doesn't happen by accident. That happens by, you know, hard work, work ethic, you know, all those people that just instill so many things into you. And just being there for 3 years, they really changed my life. They changed my attitude towards, you know, life, towards the game. They've taught me so much, you know, scheme-wise, schematically. And they've taught me, you know, how to play this game, and you know, I'm just looking forward to carrying that on throughout my career here, and throughout, you know, this entire process. So.
TJ, what was it like last night when Bob Quinn had you on the phone and said something to the effect, "Do you want to be a Detroit Lion?" What was going through your mind and your reaction?
Well, of course I said yes. I mean, yeah, no, you know, it meant a lot. I mean, it really did. I mean, like I said, there's so many people that go into this. There's so many, you know, things that have to happen to be where I'm at right now, and everything fell into the right place. And you know, I'm lucky to be part of this program. I'm super excited to get started. Like I said, I mean, these guys are starting on Monday. I'm like, hey, coach, you mind if I come? You know, I want to get started. So, you know, I got to wait a couple weeks for rookie minicamp to come around, and you know, I just want to dive into this playbook and learn from the best.
TJ, tell us about the sock choice. Was it purely coincidence? Was there a hunch?
Yeah, no, I did not know. I mean, I'll be 100% honest with you. I didn't. Throughout the entire draft, you don't know. You know, each pick comes in, and you never know who it's going to be. You know, there's certain places that you may be able to go, but you never know. The sock choice was completely by coincidence. You know, The Lion King has been my favorite movie ever since you know, I was little, and you know, Disney. So I was like, let's do it, you know. So it's awesome. You know, there was a lot of signs that came to this with the dropping of that puck or whatever, and then the socks, and all I had was blue. So I was meant to be here, and I'm excited to start this.
Not to really pinpoint the sock thing, but like, was that part of your plan all along? Like 3 months ago, you're like, I'm going to the draft, I'm wearing these socks. Like,
no, I mean, I think right before, the night before I left, I packed, and I was like, oh, these socks are pretty sweet, and they're Lion King, so I'm gonna wear them, So that's what happened, and it was purely coincidence, and I'm just excited to be here.
What was it like running into Danny Amendola at the airport when you were coming in? Just sort of a chance encounter with a veteran player like that.
I mean, it's so cool. I mean, the things that he's achieved throughout his career, and just being able to share a moment and be able to meet him in person the first time I'm here, and the first time I'm a part of this team. It was truly special, and it's something that I'm looking forward to continuing to grow upon. Is to be able to work with those guys, with such great people, with these veterans, and to be able to learn from them, and just be able to learn how they see the game and how they carry about their business.
What was your perception of the Lions before yesterday? Like as a kid growing up, did you watch their games? Who was your favorite team growing up?
Yeah, I mean, I was a part of a little league baseball team, and we were the Tigers. So I had the old English D on the hat, and I wore that everywhere. And then I played a lot of NHL video games when I was really little with my cousins, and I was always the Red Wings. So there's been a few signs that have taken me to this point. In this city, this organizations, I've heard nothing but great things. So like I said, I'm excited to get started.
You mentioned a few times down at the combine just the impact George Kittle's had on you as you've developed into the player you've become. Just wondering what kind of advice maybe he's given you as you look to make this transition to the professional level.
You got to prove yourself. It doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter what you do. You have to dive in the playbook. Everyone starts fresh. You have to prove yourself. I mean, this game isn't for people that aren't willing to work, and that's what's awesome about coming from the University of Iowa is you had to work. You have to work for everything, and I'm going to go back to those roots and work for everything that's given to me.
A handful of Iowa receiving records, high school receiving records. I think when you got to school there, you hadn't really played tight end much, or hadn't played hand in the dirt, that sort of thing. How did you get from that point to now where you have such a well-rounded all-around game?
Like I said, I mean, it doesn't just happen by one person. It doesn't just happen by myself, pushing everyone away and doing anything like that. It happens by all these people coming with me, helping me throughout my entire life, throughout every step of the way. And that starts with my family. That starts with Coach Ferentz, Coach Doyle, putting weight on me, instilling the fundamentals that it takes to block, instilling the fundamentals that it takes to run routes, and understanding concepts. You're not only trying to get open, but you're trying to get other guys open at the same time. And depending on what the defense shows you and what things, the rotations and everything, you got to see different things. And like I said, I mean, it happens by not one person, it happens by many.
Along those lines, how much passion do you take in blocking in the run game, and where does that come from?
I mean, I've always been a physical person. Ever since I was younger, I had two older brothers that, they loved to push me around. They wanted to make me tough. So that's what that's what's been instilled in me. And so just being a 220 guy going into the Big Ten, it was pretty hard to be physical, without getting thrown around. So like I said, Coach Doyle, Coach Ferentz, showing me the fundamentals of blocking, putting some weight on me. It just helped me. It helped me prepare for this moment, and it helped me become a 3-down tight end, because I was always wanting to block, I just never could. So throughout the process and getting so many reps, you get better as time goes on. So.
Talked last night about kind of you just checking off all the boxes, just in terms of being able to play on 3rd down in the red zone and 12 personnel. How exciting is it for you to come to a place where they really kind of plan to utilize your entire skill set?
I mean, like I said, I'm just excited for this opportunity. You know, this organization is such a great organization, and there's great people that are running it. So just to be able to have this opportunity to, you know, be able to use all my skill sets and to be able to, you know, learn from the best really means a ton, and, you know, I'm looking forward to it.
Did you get an opportunity to see the video from the Children's Hospital that they recorded for you last night?
No, I mean, my phone's been blowing up, and I've been I'm playing. I think my phone's been off the entire time. I'm gonna have to look at that though.
I was wondering what sort of relationship you had with
The Children's Hospital with the University of Iowa is very close. I mean, we all go up there. We all you know, visit the kids. And you know, it's really special. You know, you have the wave, and you know, it really puts in perspective that this is a game. You know, that this is there's so many people that are wanting to be in your position, and so many people that, you know, can't get out of bed, and they're just little kids that are so innocent, and you know, they just love life, and then you walk into the, you know, the room, and their eyes light up. I mean, that just puts into perspective that, you know, how good of a life you have, and how many people it's taken to get there.
TJ, how would you describe the less than 24 hours of your life from being in Nashville last night, Detroit now, from Iowa? How would you describe it?
It's been fun. I mean, you get to meet so many people. I mean, at Nashville, I got to meet a lot of the guys that, you know, you don't really get to talk to. You just hear their names, and then you get to come here and you get your name called, and which was you know, amazing. And like I said, I'm excited for this opportunity. But then you get to meet all these other people. I mean, the relationships that you build throughout this process, you know, that's what carries on for the lifetime. And, you know, your time in the game only lasts forever, or for so long. But you know, the relationships you build in this game last forever. So.
Did you have a moment of reflection with your family or with yourself, thinking about, you know, from high school to where you've come to being drafted?
I mean, yeah. I mean, that shows up. I mean, all the time. I mean, you just being able to talk to so many people, and then, you know, being like, man, this has been a dream of mine since I was a kid. And I mean, it really has. And now it's here, and now I got to go to work.
This might seem like a basic question, but what does it mean to you right now, like for 18 hours now, you've been an official professional football player? Something you wanted to be, now you are.
Isn't that cool? I mean, really. I mean, you get to play football for a living. I mean, that's the best feeling in the world. I mean, there's no words to describe that.
Do you have a favorite play from your career at Iowa?
A favorite play? Yeah. I mean, I think, I don't know if I could say that. You know, I think that in every single play that, you know, there's a job that has to be done, you know, in that certain play, and then you got to either get someone open, like I said, or you got to do that. You got to do your job on that play. You can't be one of the 11 guys that screws up and then you screw up the entire play. So that's what I tried to do at the University of Iowa. And, you know, I tried to dive in the playbook, and I tried to, you know, learn it inside and out, and that's the same thing I'm going to do here.
You have a nickname?
What's that?
You have a nickname?
My last name's Hockenson, so a lot of the guys call me Hawk, but I mean, that's, yeah, it's pretty common.
Anything else? All right, we'll do a brief breakout session, and then any one-on-ones for the TVs.
Thanks, guys.